You being scared and not saying the first thing that you're thinking of is messing you up. You need to behave the same way as when you're with your guy friends. When I realized girls are just people, they're nothing special, chat. Even the pretty ones. Because when I was younger, I would look at girls like they were unicorns, chat. I was like, oh, I have to behave a certain way. Oh, I have to talk to them like this or talk to them like that and be like this. And then when I realized, hey man, they're just humans, bro. They eat shit and sleep just like you. If you talk to them the same way you would talk to anybody else, like a friend or somebody you know, or just a guy, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be way better than you trying to put on a fake facade or like a nice guy persona or like a persona that you only have when you're talking to girls. You should not change your whole personality when talking to a girl just because she's a girl. You should be the same way. Chat, when you guys are talking to your guy friends, it's not hard to keep the conversation going, right? When you're talking to your guy friends, it's not hard because you're saying whatever you're thinking of, like this, because you don't care what he thinks. You're not trying to f him. You're not trying to f him. So you say the first thing that comes to your head and the conversation between you guys is just flowing. When you're talking to a girl, you're too much in your own head because you want to f her and you're too scared to say the wrong thing. But the irony is that's what's f***ing you up. You being scared and not saying the first thing that you're thinking of is messing you up. You need to behave the same way as when you're with your guy friends. More or less. More or less. And there's obviously nuance to it. I'm not saying you should dap her up and, you know, treat her like a bro to like 100%. But there should be a lot of that in the interaction. At the end of the day, girls are girls. You have to be charming. You have to, you know, have a little charm. Because they are not guys. At the end of the day, they are not guys. But you have to see them just as people, as humans, and behave and talk the same way you would to your best friends. Even to this day, man, when you're around a 10 out of 10, you start fumbling. It just happens, bro. Because like their beauty, your eyes is taking in, and all you're seeing is just how pretty they are, and you automatically go back to that, putting them on the pedestal. I can't help it, bro. Even to this day, if a girl is really, really pretty, man, it's kind of hard. It's like you found a unicorn and you don't want to fumble. But if she's like a 5 out of 5 or a 6 out of 10, for some reason the Riz is smoother. This might sound, but it's the truth. The Riz is smoother when you don't care. When you do not care, chat, that's when the Riz is the smoothest. As soon as you start thinking about what you're saying and being scared of fumbling her, you've created a power dynamic. Now you're trying to impress her. Instead of just being yourself, you're actively trying to impress her because in your mind, she's way above your league. In your mind, she's above you because she's prettier. Do you end up speaking with the girls that you get their socials? Have you met with any of them? I mean, I speak and talk to some of them, but I've never met up with them because we don't live in the same country. Best way to get confident is actually smell good, work out, dress fresh, and keep a clean cut. That is true. You should get the basics down, like Durish said. When you look good, you feel good. You can't look like a bum and expect to be confident. You have to physically like what you see in the mirror. If you look in the mirror and you're like, shit, this guy is clean, then you're gonna act like you're clean. And wash your balls? Yeah, definitely wash your balls. That one should be a given. The time you think that you have to make her like you is when you don't act confident. Yeah, exactly. You're no longer being yourself. You're trying to be something else. But yeah, chat, it's the basics, man. It's the basics. You guys have heard it a bunch of other times. Gym Max is one of the main ways to get more confident. Get a nice haircut, groom, hygiene, smell good. But it's not all about looks though. Looks is just the surface level. Why you stop working out? Shit, I just got lazy, honestly. Looks is just surface level. At some point, you can look good if you're not smooth and you don't have charm and you don't know how to do the basics of holding a conversation. Girls are gonna be like, he's a bit boring. Like he may be pretty, but he's a bit boring. At the same time, you know, if let's say you're a 6 out of 10, but you're a super smooth talker and you're funny and you're social, then that can also boost you getting girls, even though you might be a 6 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10.